3, 2, 1.
It's the Puff and Steph Podcast.
We are back for another day of fun just in time for the weekend. It's the Puff and Steph Podcast. Today brought to you by Freisinger Hyundai. Right on the price, right on the pike. Have pain, anxiety, can't sleep? Well, you can meet with a certified wellness consultant at American Shaman of PA. Life is better with the feather. Hempishealth.com. Hey, look who's back. It's Steph.
Hey.
What's up?
Welcome back. We're back together. Welcome. I don't know.
I'm the one that's supposed to say welcome back. But welcome back, me. You're like the girl who throws the birthday party for herself.
Yeah, exactly.
So, how was your trip?
It was so great. We had perfect weather. It was like 85 and sunny, which is a little too hot for some people. I loved it. My skin was a little confused by the sun. I got very burnt, even though I was wearing sunscreen.
Do you know it was like 88 the other day here?
I did hear that.
Like,
Which
what
is
is going
amazing.
on?
I know. You just never know with
I didn't like it.
springtime. You didn't know.
My
That's
wife
not
and I
your
had a
thing.
fight
About the weather?
about the air conditioning.
Oh, yep.
And I was like, this has to go on. It was 82 degrees in the upstairs part of our house.
Yeah, no, you got to turn it on at that point.
Yes.
Even if it's just for the day.
You know what? I was like, you know what? I said, babe, it's not going to be this way forever. So now's a good time to turn it on just to test it and see if it works for summer.
There you go.
Yeah, that worked. And it worked. So good.
There you go. It is a good idea to find out now rather than when it starts getting consistently hot and then you're like, oh, it doesn't work.
Yeah, because I saw that the next day high was going to be like 65 or something.
Right.
Because, Pennsylvania.
Springtime PA.
So, okay, so you went to Florida. You got burnt.
Yes.
What else? You didn't go down there just to burn. What else?
Well, we got to see some of Michael's soccer games, and it's so crazy because, I play in a, I can't think of the word, just like a fun field hockey league for,
Right.
adults.
Sure.
And we just kind of have fun with it. We want to win, but it's more just for fun. His soccer league is intense. These grown men, fight and scream at each other and swear, and they have these, refs and these flag guys on the sideline, and they are hardcore. So that was really interesting. And I got to paddleboard, which I've never done before.
Is that like when you're on your stomach and you're riding away? No, that's like boogie boarding.
That's yeah. It's like a surfboard, but
Okay.
you sit on your knees and paddle, or you can stand up. Standing up's harder, but it's such a good workout because you're stabilizing yourself and balancing the
so
whole
it's like
time.
a core workout.
It is. Honestly, I was so sore the next day all over because you're paddling and you're keeping yourself stable. So it's really good for your core. So I'm buying a paddleboard because I love it, and I guess I'll go in the Susquehanna.
You're gonna paddle. Okay.
I don't know.
Does anyone know any paddle boarders on the Susquehanna? Steph would like to either join and or start a club.
Yes.
Maybe or the paddleboard gangs.
Oh, I like that.
Can she be in or start a rival gang?
Yeah. Oh, maybe I should make a Facebook page. If anybody's interested. If anybody else paddle boards.
Can you even buy a paddleboard around here? Like maybe Dick's or something?
I think there's some on Amazon too. I was looking. You can get them for $300.
Shipped to your house? How big is that box?
Yeah, I can't even imagine.
Because it's like a surfboard size thing, right?
Yeah,
So
it's
like, what is it,
big.
is it taller than you?
Yeah, it's really big. The one that I was using was really, really, really nice, and it was surfboard sized.
So did you rent it?
No, my mom's boyfriend has kayaks and paddle boards, and he's all set down there. So we used his.
Well, just have him ship one up here.
Right. Can you send that? I was going to bring it back on the plane with me. I was joking that it was going to be my carry-on because I really loved it.
What's his name again?
Joe.
Joe. Get a paddleboard mailed up here for Steph.
Thank you.
Come on, be a team player here. God. There's one of you, Joe. Why do you need... does he have more than one paddleboard?
He has one paddleboard, 2 kayaks.
Yeah, you don't need all that fun.
That is a lot.
You can
It's
bring
a lot
some
of
fun up here. Come on. Oh my God. All right. Well, I'm glad to see that you're into new things.
Right. And I'm really
Discovering new
interested
things.
to find other paddleboarders. It's like a new hobby. Do you think there's a lot of those around here?
So here's the question. Here is the question, because it's not the only hobby you've picked up in last year.
True.
So if I tell you, if you have the option of either going golfing with me or paddleboarding with your paddleboard gang in Susquehanna, what are you going to pick?
Oh, that's tough. I think it depends on my mood. Because paddleboarding is golf's challenging. Paddleboarding is more of a workout, I think.
Yeah.
Golf's a little more relaxing.
Yeah, you drive the cart. And you can
Right.
Can you drink beer while you paddleboard?
That's true. I mean, you could, I guess.
How? With one of those helmets?
Yeah.
With the beer cans on with the straws going in your mouth?
With a backpack and
Yeah,
one of
'cause-
those straw
You
things.
can't do that. You gotta hold the paddle.
Oh,
Right?
true. You could sit it if you're really good and you don't tip the paddle board. You could put it on there and just sip it, stop and sip it, I guess. But I flipped the paddle board several times, so I'm not quite there yet.
And how many times do you think you'd be attacked by a shark? Although, I'm talking Florida. I'm not talking Susquehanna, so never mind. We don't know what's in there.
In the Susquehanna, yeah, I
Yeah.
wouldn't have to worry about sharks. So
Anyway, think about it. Get back to me. So I have some good news. The alleged thieves who kidnapped Lady Gaga's 2 French bulldogs and shot her dog walker. Remember this story?
yes.
They've been arrested. The culprits were arrested on last Thursday on a variety of charges, including attempted murder and robbery. Detectives were able to find video of where the dogs were dropped off in an alley just days after the dog napping in February that helped solve the case. A total of 5 people were arrested.
5 people?
Yeah, 3 of whom allegedly pulled off the actual dog napping and shooting of the dog walker, and 2 other suspects were arrested for accessory because they were like around or knew about it and stuff. One of them is the father of one of the alleged dog nappers. LAPD believes he contacted a female friend and recruited her to drop off the dogs and claim the reward money. Police have been suspicious of her. They advised Gaga not to pay the $500,000 reward that she put out.
Wow.
Now, we don't know if it was $500,000 because she missed the dogs or because the attempted murder.
Right. Maybe both.
Maybe a little bit of both.
Yeah.
You think $250,000 each?
Probably. More for the dogs, I would like to think.
$400,000 for the dogs. That's $200,000 a piece, and $100,000 for the dog napper.
Exactly.
So that's. I mean, I'm not going to
Wow.
say that's not a good plan because it is. Like, hey, you go claim that reward money and we'll split it. It's $500,000.
That is so conniving.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. See, this like hits home with me because it involves dogs.
Yeah.
But, do you think the detectives would have spent that much time looking for someone if it was someone else's, like a normal peasant's
Well,
dog?
at the end of the day, and I don't want to upset you.
Oh, no.
They found the dogs.
Oh, no,
and
I
the
know.
dogs are okay.
That's all that matters.
But we're talking about someone who got shot.
Oh, I forgot about that part. Okay. Sorry.
I've been focusing so much on the dogs who were returned and are okay that I
Thank goodness.
forgot that a man was shot.
Okay, I forgot that the guy was shot. I thought it was like an attempt and a swing and a miss.
No, he got shot.
Okay.
Not shot at, like he got shot.
Okay, I forgot about that part. Yeah, that's important.
Yeah.
But I'm glad he's okay too, right? Is he okay?
He is.
Okay.
That's why it's attempted murder and not murder.
Right. Got it. Okay. Glad everyone's okay.
The attempted is a big deal. No, we're glad everyone made it through, especially the dogs. And, I guess the guy.
Yeah, why not?
I guess so. All right, coming up in just a couple of minutes, do we really need science to tell us that women are difficult?
It's the Puff and Steph Podcast.
Freisinger Hyundai, a refreshingly different car buying experience. Freisinger Hyundai dedicates itself to customer satisfaction. From the initial sale to the maintenance you'll need during the life of the vehicle, Freisinger Hyundai treats you like family. Check out their large selection of both the latest Hyundai lineup to certified pre-owned and used vehicles. Come see how Freisinger Hyundai drives the difference and tailors the purchase process to your needs. Right on the price, right on the pike. Freisinger Hyundai, 6115 Carlisle Pike, Mechanicsburg, 717-766-8422. During this time, many are out of work and struggling just to get by. It's good to know that your friends at Capital City Buy and Sell in Harrisburg have your back. If you're in need of extra help during the pandemic, you can pawn or sell unwanted or unneeded items that you may have laying around your house, including jewelry, electronics, tools, musical instruments, and a whole lot more. Capital City Buy and Sell is open 7 days a week, and they're always paying cash. Plus, they have low pawn interest and terms if you aren't quite ready to say goodbye to your item just yet. Capital City Buy and Sell, 3517 Walnut Street, Harrisburg. Online at harrisburgpapawn.com. Great news, everyone! American Shaman of PA's doors are back open for normal operations, and they're ready to bring you the much-needed relief that you've been waiting for. They care about their customers, and their customers keep coming back for more. Steve K says, American Shaman products drastically decrease my back pain and relieve my stress in just 1 month. Thank you. Stop by your local American Shaman of PA store for a free CBD sparkling water and free samples. Find their locations and more at hempushealth.com.
Do you love saving money but hate buying one of those coupon books filled with places you'll never go to? Well, here comes Quick Save Coupons to save the day. Quick Save Coupons is an app where you can find savings for restaurants, stores, and experiences that you will love. And here's the best part. It's free. No big coupon books to buy, no websites to give your information to. Quick Save Coupons will show you all of the savings in your area right on your phone. Just go to Google Play or the App Store and download the Quick Save Coupons app. Then start saving money on many of the places you already go to.
Now back to the Puff and Steph podcast.
Gee, thanks, science. What's your next study? Is the sun hot? A recent study finds that female family members tend to be the most difficult to deal with.
Oh, let me tell you firsthand, that is not always true.
Okay. Researchers, and I guess this is they said tend to be the most. So there are outliers.
Okay, definitely, yeah.
They're not saying that 100% of the time it's all the women. No, I'm saying that, but they're not. Researchers from the University of California, Berkeley, and a university in Israel used surveys focusing on the relationships of more than 1,100 adults, young and old, and all the personal relationships, including close and casual friends, family members, colleagues, things like that. Described in their responses, the research team honed in on individuals whom the respondents flagged as people they sometimes find demanding or difficult. Sisters. Now, you don't have this problem, but your brothers do. Sisters were listed most frequently in the most difficult category.
My brothers don't have that problem. Their sister is wonderful.
I mean, let's do a little bit of self-reflection.
Yeah.
Okay? If your brothers had to say, if they had to give a pro and cons, let's say they already gave their pro list. Steph is this and this and this and this and this and this. What do you think they would say is wrong with you?
Oh, this is fun.
Think about it, and
Okay.
I'll talk, and then we'll get back to it.
Okay.
Let's say they said 30% find sisters most difficult, followed by wives, 27%, and mothers, 24%, all women. Fathers, brothers, boyfriends, and roommates rounded out the rest of the list. One of the authors, a sociology professor, said the message here is that with female relatives, it can be a two-sided thing. They may be the people that you most depend on, but also the people who nag you the most.
Yeah, that can be true.
Women are difficult. Who would have thought?
Some women are sometimes difficult.
All right, you've had a little bit of time to think. If I were to sit down Michael and sit down Joseph and say, hey, let's be honest, she'll never know. What do you think is the worst thing about your sister Steph?
Okay, I think they would say that I'm needy sometimes, especially with Michael being in Florida. I'm always like, aren't you coming home next week? Well, why not? Well, and I'm always bugging him about that. And Joseph is a very homebody, keeps to himself, and I'm always bugging him no, come on, we're going out to eat. It's Mom's birthday. Come on, we need to go do this. We need to go do that. Hang out with us. Watch a movie with me.
So you nag.
So maybe kind of. Needy is the word that comes to mind, but it's only because I love them. But I feel like that might be something they say.
So in both cases, you nag a little bit.
I think so, but it's out of the goodness of me just wanting to be with them and loving them.
Yep, it's justifying your faults.
I'm trying to, so I don't feel bad.
This is not a one-way conversation, too. I think the worst thing, if you were to ask my wife, would be the fact that we are so different sometimes that all she wants to do is spend time with me at home, and I'm like, hey, let's not stay in this house. She really likes the house.
Yeah.
So she always wants to stay in the house. And I'm like, no, let's go out. And she just doesn't agree with me, and then I have no power over her, so I go out and leave her home.
Right. You guys are very different in that way.
And other than that, I'll tell you something that she'll definitely say is that how bad I am with money. And I'll give you a perfect example. We just did our taxes, and for the 5th year in a row now, because we've been married now, it'll be the 4th year in a row. I screwed everything up and ended up costing us money.
You screwed up the taxes? I thought your tax guy did that.
No. Like, my choices in the previous year.
Right.
We have a tax guy, and he's fantastic.
Shout out to Don.
Shout out to Don. But it wasn't any of Don's doing. It was my doing throughout the year that messed everything up.
It's your fault. Okay.
Well, okay, so some of it's my fault, and some of it's not. She has one job, and she makes money at that job, and that's the only job she needs. Me, on the other hand, I do 19 different things.
True.
So I have money coming in from all different places, which some people are like, wow, that's great. No, because it's all this much money. It's a little bit. It's a little bit
but
of money.
It adds up. It piles on up, baby.
Oh yeah, there's quite a pile if you move it to pennies. It's quite a pile. So yeah, I think that's the thing. Like, I'm bad with money, and I'm not careful about, like, I'm always like, oh, we'll figure it out come tax time. And then tax time rolls around. I'm just like, and Don, my tax guy, is yelling at me.
Right.
So that's what I think that she would get.
Hey, at least you can acknowledge it. You know?
Oh, I'm a big self-reflection person.
Yeah.
I think you kind of have to be sometimes.
You do.
You know, you say we're our own worst critic. I'm definitely like, I hate me. So it works out like that. So there might be, you always said you wanted to be on TV. There might be an opening. Las Vegas Channel 5 TV news anchor named Fevin K. Fevin K? How would you say this? F-E-V-E-N. Fevin?
It's like Kevin, but with an F.
Fevin. It sounds like someone like a speech impediment. Hello, my name is Fevin.
Yeah, it does.
Kevin? No, Fevin. That's what I said.
Is that a female?
It is a female.
Okay.
Went on the air last week and told viewers, many of you noticed I've been off the air for a few weeks now. She went on to say that last month she'd been arrested for driving under the influence.
Oh, wow.
Fevin was found inside of her car in Las Vegas in a neighborhood alone, naked, and passed out around 7:30 in the morning.
Stop. That's terrifying.
She told police she didn't remember how she got to where she was found. She was later charged with reckless driving, ordered to pay a $1,000 fine, and attend driving school. She told viewers, as I move forward, I want you to know I have learned from this and will continue learning, and truly thank you for your support.
Fevin?
We expect more out of you, Fevin.
Yeah, come on, girl. Wait, so is she, like, saying goodbye?
No, they still have her, or she still works there. So what just happened? Did you just get, Steph just got really short.
I was trying to boost my chair up and it did the opposite.
Yeah, you gotta get out of the chair to actually do it. So this will be a fun video for people to watch. Okay, you good?
Yeah, we're good.
All right.
Continue. Back to you.
You know who never does this stuff? Fevin.
She would never. She's way above that.
Her name pops right up. Let's see. And I'm gonna be so sexist if this is what I think it is.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I mean, she's pretty good looking. So that's probably why they're keeping her.
Yeah. So did they make her
yes,
admit all this?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think like it was like one of those things where everyone knew it happened. They took her off the air for a while, and when she came back, she was like, "Hey, listen." Now, I don't think she went into detail. She said basically on the air that she made a mistake, and she's gonna learn from it. Like, I have a feeling Fevin's gonna be back, maybe even in that same neighborhood, naked in a car. That's not something you just do once.
No way.
It's like, you know how Fevin gets. You give her a few White Claws, and then all of a sudden she's naked in the neighborhood 7:30 in the morning. So I'm just saying that to get your what is it called? Your roll ready? Your demo roll? Reel is what I'm looking for. Get your it's TV talk. I don't know about that stuff. Get your reel ready because there might be an opening in Las Vegas.
You know, this reminds me of something that happened to a kid in my high school.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like the. This reminds me of the time that I was working in ABC 27.
No, but the way that they made her like make this apology, this kid that I went to high school with, he came to school drunk and I don't know what else, but he was drunk, I believe. And like weeks later, they made him come on the TV in front of the entire school and like apologize.
Yes,
and
that's a good apology, or that's a good punishment.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because it had to be so embarrassing. But he was like, you could tell that he was reading off a script off screen. Like The camera was right in front of him, and he was like looking to the right, and he was like, "I am so sorry for what I have done."
What was his name, first and last? No, I'm just kidding.
Good times.
That reminds me of the time I had to make an apology to my class when I was in 4th grade.
Oh, okay.
So it was gym, and we were playing a game kind of like tag, but it was with these belts. It almost looked like flag football belts, but the flags didn't come off. When you pulled on the flags, the whole belt would come off, like it was kind of a loose belt.
Okay.
And the belt, I was like a little fat kid, so like the belt would just kind of like shake while I was running, and it would come loose sometimes. And so I tied it in a knot, and they couldn't pull the belt off me. And then when the class ended, I couldn't get the belt off, and the teacher saw me, and he was like, "Come in here," and he took me in the locker room, and he goes, "All right, tell everyone what you did." I said, "Oh, I tied my belt." He goes, "Now tell everyone you're a cheater."
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Shame.
I'll never forget that. It was like fourth grade. That guy ended up being my high school baseball coach.
Awkward.
And I never liked him. But it wasn't because of that. I mean, the belt didn't work for fat kids.
Right.
It's not my fault. It's not my fault. Yeah, maybe we should have laid it for cupcakes. So, would you say you have an exciting life?
I mean, I like it, but to the average person, it probably seems pretty normal.
We'll see what you think after you find out what this guy does with his time.
It's the Puff and Steph Podcast.
Freisinger Hyundai, a refreshingly different car buying experience. Freisinger Hyundai dedicates itself to customer satisfaction. From the initial sale to the maintenance you'll need during the life of the vehicle, Freisinger Hyundai treats you like family. Check out their large selection of both the latest Hyundai lineup to certified pre-owned and used vehicles. Come see how Freisinger Hyundai drives the difference and tailors the purchase process to your needs. Right on the price, right on the pike. Freisinger Hyundai, 6115 Carlisle Pike, Mechanicsburg, 717-766-8422. During this time, many are out of work and struggling just to get by. It's good to know that your friends at Capital City Buy and Sell in Harrisburg have your back. If you're in need of extra help during the pandemic, you can pawn or sell unwanted or unneeded items that you may have laying around your house, including jewelry, electronics, tools, musical instruments, and a whole lot more. Capital City Buy and Sell is open 7 days a week, and they're always paying cash. Plus, they have low pawn interest and terms if you aren't quite ready to say goodbye to your item just yet. Capital City Buy and Sell, 3517 Walnut Street, Harrisburg. Online at harrisburgpapawn.com. Great news, everyone! American Shaman of PA's doors are back open for normal operations, and they're ready to bring you the much-needed relief that you've been waiting for. They care about their customers, and their customers keep coming back for more. Steve K says, American Shaman products drastically decrease my back pain and relieve my stress in just 1 month. Thank you. Stop by your local American Shaman of PA store for a free CBD sparkling water and free samples. Find their locations and more at hempushealth.com.
Do you love saving money but hate buying one of those coupon books filled with places you'll never go to? Well, here comes Quick Save Coupons to save the day. Quick Save Coupons is an app where you can find savings for restaurants, stores, and experiences that you will love. And here's the best part. It's free. No big coupon books to buy, no websites to give your information to. Quick Save Coupons will show you all of the savings in your area right on your phone. Just go to Google Play or the App Store and download the Quick Save Coupons app. Then start saving money on many of the places you already go to.
Now back to the Puff and Steph Podcast.
All right, so Steph thinks that to some people she doesn't have an exciting life. Well, after hearing this story, let me know if you think you got this guy covered. A British man has made the news for completing his quest of parking in every one of the 211 spaces of the parking lot at his local supermarket.
What?
It took Gareth Wild 6 years to reach his goal. He shops at this market once a week, with maybe an occasional extra trip. He figures he makes around 60 visits a year to the supermarket. He kept a spreadsheet to track his progress.
Stop.
And put together a detailed map of this grocery store's parking lot, showing the best and worst spaces to use. Explaining what possessed him to do something so amazingly exciting, he said, "Part of me really enjoys the mundane things in life and trying to glamify them."
Is this glamifying parking lots? I don't know if that's the word I would use.
He also said that it turns he likes to turn things into a game. A game that only you are playing.
Right, playing by yourself. And you're winning.
The most boring solo game on the planet.
Wow.
All right, Steph, how boring is your life compared to Gareth Wild? His last name is Wild, and he picked the most boring thing in the world.
Homeboy's not wild.
No.
Not at all.
You need to change your name to Gareth Boring.
You know what? In comparison to this, actually, my life's really exciting. I mean, I think my life's fairly exciting.
There you go.
With, like, doing the podcast and the stuff I do with the senators, like, it's fun.
Sure.
I'm certainly not mapping out parking spaces, I can tell you that much.
Well, let's go to a different British man. A British man was sentenced to jail for robbing a McDonald's back in February. His name is Rudy Batten. He pleaded guilty to the theft. He claimed to have a gun and demanded money from the register. On his way out, he demanded some chicken nuggets. Unfortunately, it was the morning.
Oh, no.
They didn't have any chicken nuggets. The restaurant was only serving breakfast. Unwilling to wait, he made off with a double sausage McMuffin instead.
Oh, there you go. Not a bad deal.
Along with $600. And he was disappointed. I'm disappointed. Well, I used to be, because now they kind of serve it all day. Now that McDonald's serves breakfast all day, I don't want it as much. Part of the fun was like you felt accomplished by waking up before 10:30 in the morning.
Exactly. And there were so many days where I wouldn't make it. I'd be too late. Like, oh, breakfast is over.
Another day of not getting breakfast at
Right.
McDonald's. And you're like, today is the day. I'm up at 9. Let's reward myself.
Yeah.
Because you never know when this is going to happen again.
Exactly. He shouldn't be disappointed about that. Has he ever had a McGriddle? Hello. What is he disappointed about?
Well, now he's going to jail, so that's disappointing.
True.
Yeah. All right. Time to stump Steph. 57% of people surveyed said they would never break this rule. Now, this is not a law. This is a rule. So you really can't get in trouble for it.
But it's a rule. What is it? Just kind of like common sense?
Nope, not common sense even. It is a rule at a specific place.
Okay. And what's the question again?
57% of people surveyed said they would never break this rule.
Is it in a relationship?
It has nothing to do with a relationship.
Okay. At a certain place.
At a certain place.
Is it at the grocery store?
Yeah.
Oh, it's using those motorized scooters when you don't actually have a disability.
No, that's not it. That's
Okay.
funny, though.
Because I see people doing that. I'm like,
I've seen
I'm
people
on to
do
you.
that, too.
I'm on to
I've seen
you.
people I know do that. 57% of people surveyed said they would never break this rule.
Eating the fruit before you buy it.
No. See, that's... If you want to get technical, that's technically stealing.
It is.
So that's breaking the law.
True.
This is not a law.
It's
I mean,
a rule.
you're not going to go to jail for eating a grape, let's be honest. But it's technically thievery.
Does it have to do with the bulk candy aisle?
No.
Okay.
Same thing.
You know
thievery.
I have a dark history with the bulk candy aisle. So I didn't know if it had to do with that.
Think about supermarket rules.
So it's just, I mean, would an employee yell at you for it?
They might. Some might not. Some might just let you do it. But people would definitely give you, like, dirty looks. Some people might even say something to you.
Is it something that's gotten worse with COVID? Does it have to do with, like, touching or being near other people?
I don't know if it's gotten worse with COVID or not. But it really does. It's not about touching or being near people, no. Think about...
Is it dangerous?
No. Think about before, during, and... Think about, like, the beginning, middle, end of your...
Checking out. Does
Okay.
it have to do with checking out?
Yeah.
Oh, going through 13 item line with more than 13 items.
That's right. 57% of people said they would never use the express line at the supermarket with more than the allowed number of items.
Oh, rule followers.
That's
I feel-
you, though. That's you.
Yeah, I feel like if I had like 14 or 15, I would still do it.
You know, there's
especially
some
if they're
Karen
small.
there going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna couch eat individual Tic Tac.
Yep, Karens are out there.
33% of people surveyed said they do this before they have their picture taken. I would not be shocked if you found a way to do this before having a picture taken.
Found a way. So do you have to kind of go out of your way to do it?
Yeah, it's
It's
not.
not something simple.
It's not something simple like check your makeup.
Is it like kind of bougie, like OTT,
OTT?
like over the top?
Oh, that's what that means?
Yeah.
Am I supposed to know that?
I don't know. I think it's a thing.
Did you make that up?
I don't know.
Okay, all right. Me personally, yeah, I'd say probably a little over the top. Not you. This is important to you.
Something about your teeth. Flossing.
Yep.
I knew it.
Flossing.
I would totally. Yeah.
33% of people surveyed said they'd floss if they could before having their picture taken.
I always have floss within an arm's reach. I have it on my desk at work, in my car, at my house, and in my bag.
You'll be so proud of me. I have those sticks in my car, in my center console, with the little piece of floss in there that you shove between your teeth.
Yes, they're amazing.
I have those, and then they also have that really sharp toothpick.
Yep.
On the end of them.
Lifesavers.
And then at home, I think I told you this, the wife bought a water flosser.
Oh, you did water pick thing.
Yeah, that's what they're called. Yeah,
Those are really nice.
They are.
You don't even think you need to use it, but then you use it and stuff comes out.
Everything comes out.
Right.
Like I use it after I brush my teeth. So I brush my teeth, and I'm like, oh man, I feel good. Like, cause we also got these sonic toothbrush things, and then I'm like, I'm good, but just for S's and G's, let's use the water pick.
Yeah.
And stuff comes out. I'm like, maybe I did a crappy job brushing my teeth.
Well, I'm
don't know.
disgusting.
Yeah, well, I say that to myself every day anyway. Water pick or no water pick. All right, everyone, have a fantastic weekend. We'll be back on Monday. We'll see you then.
It's the Puff and Steph Podcast.